When it comes to kids' toys lying on the floor, it's all fun and games until someone steps on them with a bare foot. Ouch! So why not DIY a kids' play table? Keep it off the ground with some extra storage, all the toys and coloring pencils and puzzle pieces or building blocks, and get the kids involved in choosing the colors and painting the project. What you'll need: 2 plastic containers, spray paint in colors of your choice, acrylic paint, clamps, pencil measuring tape, short wood screws. You need a drill, jigsaw and a sander, 4 metal legs, and a rectangular piece of plywood that acts as the tabletop. The first step is to look at our tabletop. So here it is, and what we're going to do is see where you want to place your plastic containers. And I want them just on the edge of the one side of the table because this is the workstation area. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to lightly trace them out with a pencil. Okay, both of the plastic buckets are traced, and what I want you to know is you can see that this isn't a perfectly square plastic container. It's rounded on the edges and it goes from a thinner surface area to a slightly larger, so you've got to take that in mind. So I'm going to place a centimeter mark along the shape that I already traced out. Okay, so this is the line that I'm going to cut, and to cut that I'm going to use my jigsaw over here. But how we're going to get the jigsaw in the interior of this shape is I'm using a 10mm wood drill bit, and I'm going to drill a starter hole here on the interior of the line just to get me started so I can cut the shape out. When using a jigsaw, make sure not to rush the power tool. Let the blade and the jigsaw do the cutting for you. Always be sure when cutting curved edges to steer the jigsaw from the rear end and not the front end. To smooth down the rough surface of the plywood, I'm first sanding the wood down with a medium grit sandpaper disc. Next, I will change the discs to a more fine grit sandpaper to smooth down the wood even more. It's time to paint our tabletop, and I've chosen a paint product that is specially made for kids. 0% solvents, 70% organic, and 100% lead-free. First, I'm going to apply a coat of this multi-surface primer, allow that to dry, and then apply the final coat of our chosen color, and we've gone for a fun neon green color. While our second coat of neon green is busy drying on our tabletop, I had a look at the table legs and decided they were a little bit too boring for our DIY project. So I'm going to mark off sections with masking tape and newspaper and go in with a splash of orange spray paint. I think the legs look much better with a splash of orange. Now, all that's left to do is to attach them to our tabletop. And how we do that is we place them in the corner here, and they already have holes there to attach them with short wood screws. And it's complete, our DIY kids play table with storage bins so the toys aren't on the floor anymore.